Today is July 4th. I'm doing another update on Jenny's garden. First, I want to focus here on the side on the few additions she has. She has these beautiful rose bushes she just added. I think one of them is blooming, so I'm gonna walk out here. The roses are a little bit up, but there is still a lot to bloom, and the aroma is amazing. She has this sweet pea blooming. It's really supposed to be a nice blue color, but it's a little bit more on the lilac side. And then the other one that opened is actually red for some reason. Don't know why. So one thing I've been really enjoying here is all of the raspberries. This is the black raspberry. And you can see all of the blackberry that's loaded in fruit. She has these daylilies that are kind of dying off now. They're past their prime, but they were gorgeous. And there's another one about to open up. Gonna go around now. Lots of blackberries, some grapes. Oh, I missed the grape. Some of her grapes did form. There they are. So, and there's still some young ones. Grapes have been kind of dismal this year. There's a lot of foliage, but not a lot of formations. But blackberry and raspberries are just in absolute huge amounts. So now we're back into the garden, starting with this side. Her cucumbers have really taken off. As you can see, they're crawling all over the place. There is lots of cucumbers growing. Really beautiful. She also has a few nice young ones. There is a cucumber actually hiding way back where. I don't know if you can see it from here, but it's back there. There is one. And there is another one. There is I think this is a chili pepper that's hanging here. And there is some more chili peppers. Oh, this is La Bamba. Look at these tomatoes. They're absolutely gorgeous. Loaded with fruit. We already actually have been eating them, but the beans have survived the attack by the groundhogs, as you can see. There is lots of young beans. They're already formed and they're in full production mode. Lovely. More cucumbers. Wonderful tomato trusses. And loaded beans. Simply loaded. Every bush is loaded. Again, the cucumber is escaping and it's crawling over and into the tomato cages, which is okay. Here is the big beefy tomato. I don't know what they're called. Jenny could probably tell you all the varieties here, but I don't know them. Lots and lots of grape or cherry tomatoes. They're loaded with fruit. Some more beans here. Now this is, let's see, this is a jet setter. And it has a nice huge tomato on it. Let's see. It's hard to see from here, but you can see how loaded these huge tomato plants are. Now back here, we have tomatoes that already have started to ripen. We have actually already had quite a few of these. These sweet cherry tomatoes, absolutely adorable. Nice fresh flavor, light acidity. So we're gonna transition here. Unfortunately, her eggplant is not doing very well. It got really eaten up by the bugs. It's barely surviving. Here is pretty much another forest. So there is lots of peppers. A lot of peppers have already formed. They're lovely, full trusses of tomatoes. I mean, really, really full trusses. Look at this. Absolutely gorgeous. I love when tomatoes are loaded like that. There is another pepper, nice and large now. She's gonna have a ton of cherry tomatoes here. She already has them formed. Now, this is one of the cherry tomatoes that I had brought over. What I did was just take some, I took a tomato and cut it up in pieces and took the seeds out of it and just grew seeds. I don't know what variety this is. If anyone can tell me, please do so. They have very distinctive shape, as you can see the ending. They're absolutely wonderful tomatoes. Nice and sweet and fleshy. Just the right acidity and just the right amount of juice. Now she has these cherry peppers. Again, the plant is loaded in peppers. She has 3 of these actually. There is another one. Now this little plant is absolutely, this little tomato plant is absolutely my favorite out of all of them. There are 15 trusses. And just look how loaded they are. Gorgeous. I know it's kind of hard to see, but look at that. It just does not get any better. Every hand, every truss is full of fruit. Absolutely amazing aroma. Lovely, absolutely lovely. We also have been picking some strawberries. They are intermingled here underneath. So utilizing every square inch of the soil possible. Good. Look at that. Here is again a close-up shot of tomato that I grown. All the seedlings were grown from seeds from tomato that I just picked up in the store, and instead of eating, I planted them. So phenomenal results. These are wonderful tomato plants. Here is a close-up of the sweet pea. You see it's red. It's supposed to be nice and dark blue. And the hassled roses behind them. Of course, some blackberry, or no, this is the raspberry. Alright, so continuing on. Sorry about the noise. We have some idiots here who live nearby who absolutely think somehow They display their manhood by these loud cars, which is absolutely idiotic behavior. Alright, diversion over. This is the tomato and potato bed. Back there are a few tomatoes. You can see they already had formed. Nice tomatoes formed on all of these. There are some peppers in the back. And she also put some squashes here. Lots and lots of potatoes have grown. So here in one spot she has some, I think those are beets, if I'm not mistaken. Some beets are growing, and there is a little another spot of beets. So again, utilizing every square inch possible. Potatoes are actually above my waist now, which is crazy. They're at least 3.5 foot, maybe 4 feet now. There is another beet. Oh, that's a nice plant right here. Very lovely. Strong. Now in this cage, she has another tomato plant. Again, loaded with tomatoes, loaded with fruit. Absolutely stunning. Look at that. That's picture perfect. Does not get any better than that. She also has some squashes. So right here they're beginning to grow and really getting ready to bloom already. And there's some squashes on there. You can see the blooms. So, and some rosemary on the side. And again, look at these hands, these trusses of tomatoes. It does not get much better than this. Lovely. So this is a true food forest at this point. Now on this bed, I'm joking that this is a bed for giants because that corn is about 8 feet up. I have no idea how they're going to harvest, but hey. And so is this tomato. The alpine strawberry is doing very well. Some beans kind of struggling after the attack. But look at the tomato plants, they're very strong, developing very well, and lots of fruit. Some more beans, peppers, eggplants. There is actually an eggplant growing right there. She already has an eggplant. Actually, she has 2 of them already formed. Looks like some more beets, beetroots, and lots of carrots. Holy crap, that's a lot of carrots here. In between stalks of all of this corn, there's lots of carrots and of course corn. There is some kind of melon growing, also climbing. It really is a place for survival of the fittest. Oh, and these are wonderful tomatoes. Alright, now this is another bed that was ravaged by the groundhogs. As you can see, all of the beans have bounced back. They're doing very well. In fact, we already have been picking them, and we just used some of those beans in today's dinner. You can see lots and lots of beans. Loaded plants, getting ready for harvest. They're wonderful and loaded with flowers. So I have no idea what she's gonna do with that many beans. I mean, really, it's kind of hard to describe, but I can't really capture just how many of them there are. It really is amazing. So back there, she let one of the lettuces go into bloom. There is a celery plant right here. See, more beans here. see if we can. It's hard to see them here. Now, her cabbages, as soon as she opened them up, they all got attacked by the beetle, by the worms. You can see what they're doing. It's just absolutely horrible. More beans here. Lovely. Again, it's hard to describe just how many beans there are. Every bush is loaded, really. These tomatoes are doing quite well, also growing. There's a pepper here. And more cabbages and Brussels sprouts. And on this bed, we have lots of strawberries. Again, we've been picking them. Some of the remnants of the garlic. She picked most of it already. Another beautiful tomato plant. And sorrel. Oh my gosh, sorrel is just absolutely fantastic. Look at that. And another beautiful selection of tomatoes. They're lovely. This is a bed with gooseberries and blackberry. So lots and lots of stuff that's producing. And there are some squashes planted here in between the bushes. So here is some summer squashes, and again some summer squashes here and over there again. So again, utilizing every space available, trying to get maximum yield out of the garden. And here are some squashes all along the drip line. As tomatoes will go up, these squashes will spread and they're going to be perfectly collocated. So, and with this potting shot, I am going to transition to the side garden, so stand by. So now I'm walking over to the side garden on the side of the house and over by the pots. Here the biggest producer right now is the raspberries. We've been really picking a lot of them, as well as some currants. Let's see if we can show you some. See, the red currants are in full production mode. They've been really lovely. Now these, on this garden, the grapevines did not produce anything, so this year they're not going to have grapes, which is okay. Hopefully it will deter all the people who were stealing their grapes the previous years. And I'm not gonna go inside, but I want to show you just how many raspberries they have here. That's a beautiful shot, and it tells you really all the raspberries are just absolutely loaded. Oops. Sorry about the noise from the air conditioning. It's too hot not to run it. Look at the size of these blueberries. They're ginormous. The tree is loaded with them. And there is a first blueberry. It's beginning to turn color. So Peter is gonna have a blast here. This is his favorite. So now we're gonna walk out. Gonna go around the garden, around the patio. So there is a sweet william blooming on this side. Lots of mint balm. Some nice flowers here. Now we were able to save a few of the pears. As you can see, they're in protected casings. Trying to protect them from the deer. So at least hopefully they will be able to taste some of these pears. And I think this one needs to be covered by a different one. It's about to outgrow its own protection. This is my favorite part, is being here on the patio. Now there are lots of herbs that Jenny has everywhere. But again, a ton of blackberries everywhere. Tomatoes and herbs and flowers all intermingled. There are the apple tree. Actually, there are several of them. This is the laurel leaf plant. A nice husky cherry red tomato. Also set fruit. This is the box with the herbs. It's a little bit of oregano and thyme. No, this is all thyme. This is an amazing tomato plant. Teeny tiny tomatoes. Very sweet. Some kind of wild variety, but oh my gosh, it's loaded. It's another alpine strawberry and another big tomato plant. So over here we have another cucumber plant set up, trellising and climbing. It's actually ready to get out of the climb. Needs more trellising. But it's definitely a very vigorous plant, actually two of them. And yeah, cucumbers are setting up, so it's doing very well. Here are the fishes, the koi fish. They have over a dozen tiny ones, the babies. Somehow they need to figure out how to redistribute them because there is way too many koi fish for this volume on this side. Maybe they will transfer it to the other side. So on the other side, we also have fish. And here is another tomato plant with very large tomatoes. And there is the koi fish. I think they're expecting more food. They always want more food. So we have several trees back there. I'm gonna walk up to the house. This is Jenny's nursery here. She nurses them back to health here. Here is my mulberry that I brought over here. It's doing quite well. There is an apple tree. This looks like something had really hit. Oh my gosh. It really hit my grapevine that I brought. That's a shame. But here is the fig tree. doing quite well. It was really sick for a while, but it's recovered. You can see the fig tree is doing very well indeed. It's another laurel leaf. The flat bean, another columnar apple, and a lemon tree. Lemon tree was so sick in the beginning of the year, but it's recovered very nicely, doing very well. And another, I think we forgot about those radishes. Oh my gosh, they're huge, and of course they've gone into bloom now, so we're gonna just let them go into seed. But here is another grape plant, also was hit and it's kind of sick, but it's climbing, so maybe next year when we replant it, we'll have plenty of grapes. And another fig. So back here, more raspberries. I can never remember if it's a pear or if it's a plum. I think it's a plum tree. It was blooming beautifully, but it's not producing. Now on this side, this nice tree is a wonderful persimmon tree, and it's kind of hard to show, but let's see if I can zoom into one of them. Here you can see the persimmon, and there are actually quite a few of them here. There we go. Now, those are baby persimmons. Of course, persimmons are not going to be ready until end of November, beginning of December. Only after the frost. So I'm going to pause for a second and transition to the patio over there. That's where I have my watermelon growing. Alright, so we are now on this patio. I'm going to show you the little jasmine that she planted, as well as zinnias. And I'm not doing them very good justice, but they are lovely. Very nice large plants. So here we have a few flowers, as well as my pineapple that I transplanted in the spring. As you can see, there is lots of new growth. So it's recovered quite nicely. It was almost dead, but it's recovered very nicely. Now here is my most anticipated pride and joy. These are watermelons. I planted 3 watermelons here. You can see they're all growing really well, climbing and trying to find more support, which is what watermelons do. And then here, I know, sorry for the joke, here is a tiny watermelon that's beginning to get formed. So I'm hoping that it will actually form and stay, and that we're actually gonna get to try a watermelon. I'm excited about it. And right here is the passion fruit. Look at these beautiful leaves. Huge, wonderful, strong growth. And next to it, another grapevine. So they're doing very well. Now right here she has some dragon fruit growing. Another pineapple. Also doing quite well. New leaves. And I believe this is either, yeah, this is turmeric. So nice strong growth from turmeric. And on that note, I'm gonna say goodbye and thank you for watching.